Know my first question, so I'm going to ask you a totally different question. What do you see nationwide happening with commercial real estate over the next 12, 24, 36 months?
Well, look, retail was already disrupted by technology, and we're going to continue to see disruption because American consumers have grown accustomed to online shopping in a very big way. And so retail is going to continue to struggle, and there are going to be large closures of shopping centers and repurposing of a lot of retail, even as much as you look on Rodeo Drive and Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills or Fifth Avenue in New York City. So that's going to continue to struggle nationally. Hospitality is going to struggle in terms of group business, and in terms of transient corporate travel will struggle over the next 2 years. But you'll see a very rapid rebound for leisure hospitality. So that would be Miami, other tourist destinations around the U.S. and around the world as the vaccine continues to be distributed and we get out of COVID. And then residential, by and large, with the exception of New York City and probably Washington, D.C. to a degree, has held out pretty well. You can look at Boston, it's held out pretty well as well. But Miami and South Florida, Palm Beach County, Miami-Dade County, Broward County are on fire. And those markets will continue because there's a reduction and a shortage of supply and inventory right now across all residential sectors.
I guess the question is, and I think you are in Miami right now, Donna. I think the question is this, and by the way, you and everybody else, how much of this is transitory? I know of a couple financial firms, some bigger, some smaller, some mid-sized, that are looking to move their real or maybe their tax or functional headquarters to Florida. But is this a 1 or 2 year thing and then everybody kind of migrates back to where they were? Or do you think when you pack up and leave New York, New Jersey, you're gone and you're not coming back?
Well, look, first of all, I happen to be in Wellington, Florida, which is a part of Palm Beach County. My daughter's a big horseback rider, so that's where I am. And things are open here. I don't think that it's short term. I mean, New Yorkers and other businesses and entrepreneurs from high tax states have been coming down to South Florida for several decades. And after SALT restrictions, it accelerated in the diminishing quality of life in the New York City and other areas, propelled more people to come to South Florida. So I think what you'll see is businesses and entrepreneurs shift more of their business activities down to South Florida, and also more and more will become residents of South Florida, and for obvious tax reasons. But they'll keep a presence in New York City and other places around the country that are in the higher tax areas. But you're seeing more Californians actually coming to Florida as well.
By the way, Don, and this is not a statement on the virus or people or political, because everything you say around the virus or any state's actions becomes a political dialogue. I know people that have gone from California to Florida because, as you said, Florida is open. You can go out to eat. And by the way, the COVID stats are about the same for Florida and fully closed California. Not a statement, just numbers. And I think you're seeing people come into Florida. The question is, how long does that capital last? It sounds like you are if not a Florida Marlin, a Florida Bull.
Yeah, I am. I believe Florida will continue to grow. South Florida has, if you look at the past 3 decades, it has grown phenomenally. It'll continue to grow, especially as the infrastructure for the cultural arts, restaurants, educational facilities overall will continue to develop here. And you'll see a continued expansion of quality of life. And living in South Florida is now an acceptable thing for younger people who are early in their careers looking for opportunities. And it used to be that you had to be in New York City or other major cities to capitalize on job opportunities.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.